hello, crappy countdown because no intro yet. For
you know, it does have a beat though. I was kind of like grooving to that beat. Gotta boom, 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 boom. I'm really loving it.
Welcome to Hot Toys, ladies and gentlemen. It's like you just saw me about half an hour ago. So weird.
I think you're in the air and everywhere.
Well, I was doing a stream because I was doing a super chat catch up from last night. So this is the second stream of the day, and of course it's Hot Toys with myself and Robert Meyer Burnett. How are you doing, sir?
You know what, I'm doing very well actually. As you know, we'll talk about it later, but something I dreamt of, something I said I really wanted was
why don't you just start the show with it?
Well, as you know, we were talking about the Hot Toys is doing a whole line of what if figures, and I am a great lover of the character of Ultron.
This is not the story that I thought you were going to open up with. I thought we were opening up with the the Batman.
I don't want to say that one yet.
Okay.
Well, never mind then. Well, I gotta finish the story now.
Go. I know.
I know you're not. So I love Ultron, and the one figure after seeing the season finale of What If, I was like, I want the Infinity Ultron. You know, the Infinity. I loved it with the flip up face of Vision. Just the idea of that character, and the question was, would they make it? Well, it's not like I was. Well, I'm not like Paul Atreides with Prophecies of Arrakis. I don't, in my mind, wasn't like that
reference.
I have to say, dude, come on now. I mean, see, the thing is, as a fan of Japanese super robots and real robots, and just comic book characters and Ultron. I mean, why does an infinity gemmed powered Ultron need a weapon? Don't know, as the drinker would say, but don't care. I want this figure. I know it doesn't come out till 2023, so I could be dead by then. But you know what? This is an immediate purchase for me. And this is I just look. Come on, dude, come on now. Look at that. You see the Vision head and the mouth. I mean, come on.
I mean, I had no time for What If.
I know, dude. Look at that. I think this figure looks incredible.
Because of course, dude, this isn't just a What If figure, but this is what Ultron was trying to do. I mean, sans Infinity Stones,
yes,
but this is what he was trying to do in Age of Ultron. This is why the Vision construct was being made.
Yes.
So this transformation could take place. So so to see that actually take effect is great. It works on so many different levels. Like you say, it does have that Japanese Gundam type of look to it. It's also kind of got like a knight in shining armor look to it.
And when I first saw this, I had to quote the Great Lonely Island and
that lance is amazing.
Amazing. The Lonely Island and their great song from Saturday Night Live.
Dick in a box.
Jizzed in my pants.
Okay, nearly.
Because I saw it and I was like,
it's great. I think I'm going to get it.
Right? I mean, and the thing is, it's kind of like Hot Toys have become, if you think about it, waiting 2 years to get a Hot Toy is really kind of the ultimate act of optimism, because you're planning ahead by 2 years. Who knows what's going to happen in 2 years? But,
Well, I mean, carry on.
I've got lots of pre-orders now that come out in 2023. But
I have been blessed with the god of sideshow emails this week.
Ooh.
I have had 3 emails from Sideshow about items which are coming into stock, and they're taking my monies.
Really?
And they've taken my monies for them today.
If you say date, I'm going to punch you in the face.
Okay. Death Watch Mando.
Oh, okay.
Number 1.
Okay.
Captain Rex.
Okay.
who's going to spearhead my army.
Of course, I mean you're building the ultimate army.
Number 2 and number 3, Lieutenant Commander Data.
What? What the hell? You know what? I got a delayed message that says I don't get mine till November.
So did I. And then the next week, I got an email a couple of days ago saying, Lieutenant Commander Data is coming into stock. We're taking your money on the 27th. That was one of my 1 in 6s.
You know what? I'm going to take the silver sphere to your face.
And they took the money. They took the money for all of those 3 today: the Death Watch Mando, Rex, and Data.
What am I, Chop Liver Sideshow? I know it's probably on some list or whenever. Come on, man. Why you got to play me like that?
Come on, man.
You know what they're going to tell me? They're going to tell me that they've run out. They've run out.
That was my absolute fear that was going to happen, was they were going to eventually turn around and then just cancel the orders, saying, we're sorry, we cannot fulfill the Lieutenant Commander Data. And I thought that was going to be it. So I'm trying to find the parts that I've dropped on the floor. But no, I was not just thrilled, but with them. Sorry, I know the microphone's here. I was not just thrilled, but of course, with them following through and actually taking the monies, that is now a further step. And I have also received an email. 2 emails from Toys Wonderland. The first email said that one of the things that I'm going to show off today has arrived into stock, and it's here now in a couple of days. And also,
did you get the Space Wizard?
Arriving on Friday is going to be my Kingpin.
Wow. I didn't order that.
My third-party Kingpin is arriving on this Friday. How you doing? You all right? You okay?
I'm just sad, dude. I don't know what to say.
I cannot, dude. I am just living for this Data to arrive. I'm just living for Data to arrive, man. I cannot. I cannot wait to have First Contact Picard and First Contact Data. Well, essentially not just First Contact, but to have gray suit, because I do love gray suit uniform. Data and Picard. Oh man, that's gonna be so good.
See, here's the thing. So I'm in the middle of reading the Coda, the Star Trek Coda miniseries, and the second book came out yesterday. And I have just been tearing through it. And dude, the action, I mean, it truly is Crisis on Infinite Star Trek universes.
Okay.
And I'm loving that. I'm loving it. So I want my Data. I mean, I know
I want my Data.
Yes, I want my Data. Julian Bashir just jumped into the fray.
Oh.
In this, I'm telling you, Scaff in the chat says this is karma for R&B liking Shang-Chi.
Wow.
I don't apologize. Oh,
it was a masterpiece.
Just you wait till the firestorm comes down upon me for loving Eternals.
I did see a defense of the Eternals observation.
I loved it. I think people are missing the point, but that's okay. That's okay.
Lieutenant Commander Data.
Man, mine delayed till November. You know,
but I got the same delay email. It said delay to October, November.
Yeah, that's what I got. Well, then maybe there is hope. Maybe there is hope for me.
When did you get that? Because my 2 emails were approximately a week apart.
Yeah, that's about me too.
So you might meet it. Oh dear.
Maybe
So you might get an email in the next couple of days saying your Data.
Now I've also heard from a gentleman in the know that he might be getting. He sells figures as well. He might be getting his Janeway next week.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So XO6 is crushing it if they're keeping up. I mean, I've heard obviously they haven't put up 7 of 9 for pre-order, or did they? I don't think so.
Not yet. No.
So it's 7. The next figures are 7 of 9 and the holographic
The
doctor.
Yeah.
So I believe then, because they're apparently the XO6 release schedules, they want to do it in groups of 3. So I believe after the holographic doctor, they're talking Borg Queen. But the Borg,
well, he laid out he was fully functional.
He was. I mean, you got to give it up for Data. I mean, he got laid in the 2nd episode after Encounter at Farpoint. He got laid in Naked Now.
Yeah.
He took Tasha Yar to bed.
Well, Tasha Yar kind of took him to bed.
Yes, that's true. My God, did she look good in that moment?
She looked very good.
Yeah.
Isn't she Bill? I was going to say Bill Cosby's. Isn't she Bing Crosby's granddaughter?
Yes. What do you mean it doesn't look like Data? These face sculpts are epic.
The face sculpt is incredible. And the quality of the Picard is.
By the way, do you have Apple Plus?
No.
Somebody in the chat, Bill Barkley's going on, and I have to tell you. So, I've been watching Apple Plus, and for the most part, their TV shows are very handsomely produced. I really love For All Mankind, but they have a new series out called Invasion. That is a worldwide invasion show, and I have to say, as beautifully made as it is, it might be the most boring alien invasion ever put on screen.
No.
I mean, I understand what they're doing. They're jumping around to other different people's visions or what's happening around the world. But dude, it's been 3 hours and there's no invasion yet. I mean, I'm like, come on, guys. Give me something.
I
mean, we saw one thing
about it. Because I distinctly remember I saw your tweets about it because I initially confused it with another show that I used to watch as a kid, The Invaders.
Well, yes, with Roy Finnis, which I loved.
With Roy Finnis, yes. And so I thought that they had done a contemporary Invaders, but I was like, oh no, it's not. Dude, so I was initially excited and then disappointed.
I mean, it's 3 hours long so far. Independence Day did in 2.5 hours what Invasion probably won't do in the entire 10-hour run of the show, where, the aliens showed up, they invaded, and mankind fought back and defeated them in the space of 2.5 hours. This show is the most slow burning invasion I've ever seen.
I can do slow burns if it's
I can too,
well written.
But here's the problem. The audience is completely ahead of the characters in the show. And I'm like, they're all looking at things, and literally the 3rd episode ends with somebody getting a strange signal. I'm like, that's what Jeff Goldblum got at the beginning of Independence Day.
Yeah.
And there's all this stuff we've seen. There's been some cool stuff, and they're going all Game of Thrones by introducing you to people and then killing them. That's fine. But yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Dune,
and
I thought it was incredible. I loved it.
Did you see it in a good theater, or did you watch it on TV?
I saw it on a 60-inch OLED.
All right. Okay.
Home cinema.
All right.
And I still thought it looked great in that.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
But yeah, it was. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was really wonderful. It just worked for me. I liked the pacing of it. I thoroughly enjoyed the technology. I love the house class system. The house system.
Yeah, that the Landsrad.
Yeah, I thought there was some really. Yeah, I thought there were some really good performances. I think Paul Andreas was the weakest ironically the weakest character there, because I thought there's some really good performances by the other cast members. But yeah, I just really got into it. It just worked for me.
Yeah,
and I haven't had any good sci-fi for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
So it felt, and I know obviously this was written a long time ago, but it felt like I was watching really well crafted, well thought out science fiction and not schlock. And everything seemed to make sense. The progression of the story made sense, and I liked the visions, and I liked the whole voice business. And
oh, it's great.
Stellan Skarsgård was just.
Have you seen the original Dune?
I saw the Kyle MacLachlan one back in the day.
Okay, I've got to tell you, there is a fan edit of the original Dune called the Spice Diver Cut. It is the best version of the David Lynch film that you can see. Whoever did that Spice Diver, whoever Spice Diver is, I like to dive down on things, but spice, I mean water, I'm off a diving board, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But the Spice Diver version of Dune is really, really, really good, of Lynch's Dune, because it takes all the different deleted scenes and incorporates them into the film. It's really cool.
Excellent. I might check that out, because I knew it was coming to an end when it was coming to an end.
Yeah.
But I was thirsty for more.
Yeah.
And I'd gone through 2.5 hours, and to me it went past in the blink of an eye. It really did. And it was, I know this sounds a bit stupid, or might sound a bit stupid, but I'm a bit of a thicko. But I just loved the fact that the film didn't end on some dumb, stupid CGI 15-minute fight. It just had a very simplistic ending, and the battle before then, was just two guys.
Yes.
And that was so well done. I thought that bit was so well done. And then somebody today, in the stream that I did just earlier, because I was saying, his visions were just not coming true, and this guy was just like, well, if you think about it, this happens because he does teach him about the desert, because he teaches him the way to survive by, there's no mercy. So he does technically teach him the ways of the desert as he goes on. And then he's just telling me how the interpretation of how you can interpret the visions of the of Paul. But yeah, I thought it was great. I will definitely watch that again. If they put out like an extended cut or something like that, I'd be well up for that.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if they will. I mean, I know Denis Villeneuve's all about what I released was my version, but you could tell that there was people missing. I mean, there was stuff that they could have just added into it. And if you're a Dune fan, I'm there for that. I would watch that.
Yeah. Some people have. I mean, I want to say this nicely because I don't want, but people have read the books. There's been a few been like, well, and I always kind of get a little bit when that happens, because there's such a difference between a movie and a book, and time and editing and what you can get on, and you're never gonna get the book. You're never gonna get the full book in there. But so yeah, I can understand. Sure, I can understand if you have favorite characters or favorite bits that don't show up and all that kind of stuff. But that is an issue that the dawn of time, the dawn of books and film. And tomorrow, of course, we're going to be doing another stream together, because which
I'm incredibly excited about, because I actually caught, was it Friday Night Tights?
Mm-hmm.
And in the midst of all the craziness that happens on Friday Night Tights, you were quite eloquent, waxing rhapsodic about Squid Game. And I was quite, I don't know why, I just tuned in and caught what you were saying. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get into this with you and talk about it, because I mean, obviously you and I probably feel the same way, but I loved what you had to say about it. And
thank you, sir.
Can't wait to do the show with you again.
Well, I can't wait to purchase this, which is going to
is that 6 scale?
Well, it's 60 centimeters.
Oh,
so it's a big boy, as you can see from the person holding it. So I think
Oh,
that will scale.
so it'll scale with your guards. I still
Yeah.
think you should do all of the Marvel superheroes are all running and playing red light, green light with the guards all behind them. Do the
Just
great
get some
display.
sand, get some sand, a
Yeah.
little sandbox thing going.
Make a big box where you paint the blue sky around you.
Have Captain Marvel with a fucking bullet in her head. But yeah, I could not believe when they put this up for pre-order that I immediately grabbed it. And
yeah.
it's 60 centimeters, but it's $120.
Yeah, but
US dollar, which for this, if you love the show, if you saw Squid Game, then you know exactly what this is.
Oh yeah.
This is amazing.
And that's a Toys Wonderland. Click.
This is on Toys Wonderland. Yeah, I'm a Toys Wonderland shill. But of course, last week I made a mistake because I spent a few bob because I got one square guard, and then I got 2 triangles, which I thought were the regs, and then I got 6 circles, who I thought were the guards, and I confused the triangles and the circles. It's the triangles who are the guards, the soldiers, the grunt soldiers, and it's the circles who do the odd jobs. They do the cleanup and whatnot. So I decided the best way to solve the situation was to just buy a ton more triangles.
That's right. That's governmental spending. So you've done a great job there.
Yeah. So I bought another 6 triangles to boost it to 8 triangles, 6 circles, and 1 square. Which is going to work though, because I'm going to do stuff with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to do stuff with them. So I've already contacted, there's a wonderful man, Andy Masterson, who did my bespoke figure and stuff. And he's been working, he sent me, 1 in 6 stuff, which he's made himself, Nerdrotic t-shirts, Heel versus Babyface stuff. And I have requested and sequestered both. He's gonna custom build 2 Squid Game coffins for me.
Wow. How cool is that?
So yeah, we can have a couple of the circles with a couple of the coffins, another 2 of the circles with the square, and then 8 guards. 8 soldiers to keep the peace. I think it's only a matter of time until we see a couple of competitors go up. So if that would be the case, you can already purchase the tracksuits IRL. You can already get those.
You know what I want to get? I want to get the Escher stairwell playset. Where you've got the multicolored Escher stairwell that you can. Because again, I would just like to I want to do a display where I can just put other action figures on them.
Yeah.
Like
your Ultron.
Yeah, I mean, Ultron would be the man in the mask. He would be the front man.
Okay. Well, Toys Wonderland are now selling the masks. Square, triangle, circle,
yeah,
and front man. And I'm gonna have
those 1-to-1 scales so we can wear them.
Yeah, but I'm wanting to have a look because I want to see if they are. Oh, geez. Oh, mercy. I mean, I don't do Funko Pop, but look at this. Look at this top row of Funko Pops. Oh!
Oh, no. Wow.
How dareth you? Oh, I pre-ordered Zach. So... yeah, this is the boss mask. But I want to know front man. Because they also doing the like I said, the triangle, the square. If they are show accurate, because they close.
Right.
And you know, there's a lot of like masks that you can buy on eBay that are just like plastic and molded in one.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if they do an accurate one, because if they do an accurate one, I would be well up for grabbing that. I'm just gonna. Oh, and there's also a Funko Pop of a circle on the previous page.
And now that you must love that Toys Wonderland's carrying Lego.
Oh, dude! When I saw that pop up today, I was just like, okay, we're gonna see, because we're gonna see if there's a couple of things here which I'm missing Lego wise, because yeah, here we go. Look, okay, I'll bring these up. Yeah, it was weird. I mean, it was great, but it was weird.
Did you see the Suicide Squad Bloodsport they have up?
Yeah, but I need a one. I don't want 1 in 10. I don't want 1 in 10s. I want 1 in 60s.
I know.
So yeah, I want to know if these are molded in one, or if they do push up like that. You know, that pushes up.
Yeah.
And closes the mask. But that's like 18 quid. So I'm not. I'm thinking that's probably just molded in one.
Yep. You know what? I'm not a Funko Pop guy, but I might have to get these Squid Game.
I know.
I'm like, I have a few. I've got some Star Trek Funkos, and I have Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, nice.
But by the way, I have to tell you something, and I'm going to admit this to you. I've developed a recent addiction because of Elizabeth, my girlfriend.
Hey.
And I found
like Dave Duchovny's addiction.
I think that I found a show that does an all around the world shows that do inclusion and diversity correct.
Okay. Oh, correctly. Okay.
And correctly. And it's life affirming, and I can't get enough of it. And I'm going to admit this to you on the show, but I'm never going to admit it again.
It's going to be like SpongeBob or some shit. Okay.
The Great British
Bake Off.
Baking Show.
Great show.
Dude, Paul Hollywood's my hero. Come on. I just watched the 3rd season, and here's a show that has an incredibly diverse cast.
Mm-hmm.
All different ages, sizes, shapes, colors, creeds. Nobody mentions it at all.
It's a great show. Oh, dude, in the UK, it's gold.
Dude, it is. I got to tell you, it is like one of the most life affirming, even though it's tense, you know, but at the end, everyone's hugging each other. Even when people go home, there's no like, I mean, I think this show could never be done in America the way it's done in Britain.
No, because it'd be done with all the Arthur Smith bullshit.
Stan Lee says the baking is all rigged in the chat. It's the hell you say?
No.
Is not.
No, Stanley. Go back to your coffin.
Come on now.
But I miss you. No, it's a great show. It's a great show. There was a lot of controversy because it moved channel.
Really?
It moved channel, and Sue and oh god, I forget. Sue and What's My Jiggy. They're not the presenters on the new one. So Mel and Sue, that's it. Mel and Sue, who are the main presenters, they didn't move across to the other channel. Neither did Mary Berry, I don't think.
Come on, man. The Mary and Paul are the ultimate dynamic duo.
Oh, it's great. I mean,
they could be superheroes. It's
a real fun show. And I've watched a couple of seasons. I'm happy to say I ain't got a problem with that. So to me, it's the perfect show to sit down with somebody and watch.
Yep.
You talk about it. You talk about it as it goes on. And oh, look at that. Oh, look. Oh, I think they've put themselves in a little bit of strife here with time, and It's a good show. It's wholesome, very wholesome.
It is wholesome, but
And
it does
sometimes we need a bit
diversity
of
and
wholesome.
inclusion right, because they never say a word about it. And
No,
yet they've
they're
got
just
people,
contestants. They're just the contestants on the show, and they come from different walks of life.
and everyone loves each other, and it shows the cosmopolitan nature of the British Empire. I like it.
Beats that girl who decided to use that Instagram model that decided to use the open casket of her dead father as a photo opportunity.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Ugh.
Unbelievable. So yeah, it's nice to
Not
have
good.
the wholesome stuff as he looks at the various pieces of Lego. It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. Right. I got a few things to show off.
Oh,
I got 3 things to show today.
please do so.
So I'll start with
Start with what? Oh, I know what that is. Wow.
Rescue finally came.
Now, did you get that from Sideshow or Toys Wonderland?
This was from Now Then. This was from Sideshow.
Wow.
Right. And this ship though from Hong Kong. This ship from Hong Kong. This didn't ship from America. And which was weird, which I found very weird. And I got a phone call. We discussed this the other week.
Yeah,
from the courier.
Oh.
And then they phoned again the same day, and I was like, just send me a freaking invoice for the fees when they come in. And then they phoned me the next day, and that's when I fucking lost it. Absolutely fucking lost it. This bit's difficult to get out the back. And then oh yeah, I need to lift these 2 up first. And then I just waited. Because it was coming from the slow boat from China, literally slow boat from China. So I waited, and then I got a message saying, "Oh, you're getting a delivery. You're getting delivery tomorrow of your rescue item, and no import fee."
How'd you do that?
I don't know, but I'm just wondering. Am I going to get a fucking letter from them saying, because
So I got to tell you what I've kind of been going through my own not import fee, but the United States Postal Service.
Okay.
So my friend Dieter Bastian ships me physical media from Germany, things that are available in Germany or not here. He sent me the box set of the Emmanuel movies. What are the Emmanuel movies? You might ask?
I know what they are.
Sylvia Crystal, some of the great softcore Euro porn from the 70s.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of softcore Euro porn. Emmanuel 2 is a masterpiece.
You know the sex scene on the plane?
Yep.
You know that guy that she has sex with was a passenger?
Vaguely. I mean, I'd have to go back.
He was a passenger on the plane, and he was approached to be the love interest for the sex scene.
God
now
bless.
Sylvia Christie was not happy with this at all.
Wow.
And so she said she wore like 3 pairs of fucking knickers.
Wow.
So he didn't
jizz in,
and he was
pants.
like really instructed to this is softcore. You're not fucking her,
right?
Okay, this
right.
is so yeah, there's a lot of that. So for fuck's sake.
By the way, John Watson brings up Laura Gemser in the Black Emmanuel films, also wonderful, but that's not a part of this box set.
All right. So there we go. Got the lights on now.
So look at that. What a great figure that is. I want to display them with Iron Man back to back fighting in the Maji cases.
Oh, the back.
Look at that. What a great figure.
Mark 49. This is Mark 49.
Amazing. So here's the thing, dude. So they apparently I had to sign for this. I've never really had to sign for these packages. So
Please,
I
sir,
wasn't there to
sign
sign.
for this fucking porn.
Maybe. So I went to sign for it. Well, there's usually gummy bears and dog treats that Dieter sends me to. So I wasn't there to sign for it. So I get that normally they say where you can pick it up. Like just come to the post office and pick the package up. Well, there is no, it doesn't say where to pick it up. And I went on and I tracked it and like what post office, but because the American post office is in such shambles, they can't tell me where to pick it up. So I go and I fill out a form online. I put the little slip they sent. I've had it on my front door for days. And I finally get back a notice saying, we have received your request, but because we're so understaffed, we'll get around to it. And I'm just like, you know, normally you just go to a post office and pick up your package. You drive there. Look at that. That's amazing.
You put it all back in.
God, I want that figure. And I'm just like, okay, so tell me where. And it's been, it's been like 2 weeks, and they're gonna send it back in November. And I'm like, just tell me where to pick it up.
Yeah. And
even my mail carrier is like, look, I've had the slip on our front door. Please leave it there. And I just want my package. Why is everything falling apart, Why is it we can't mail something to somebody? And you get stuff shipped to you in Britain from Hong Kong. I know it's a former colony and all that, but
yeah, well, we gave it up 1997.
I know. And the world's gone to hell ever since.
I got a package this week.
Do tell. Did you get? I'm not going to ask. Did you get a certain iconic spaceship?
Yes. My Playmobil Starship Enterprise.
You know, I have mine. I have mine very close to my heart.
Oh wow!
It's not quite all done. It's almost done.
Yeah, that has arrived. So that's downstairs. I'm still a work in progress. Stuff getting shifted around. It's getting there. It's starting to get there. It's a job, but it's starting to get there. It's a big box.
Yeah, I mean, wait.
It's a big box. I can't deny that. So I messaged
dude, look at how big this thing is.
Martino.
Come on.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
I mean, this is what I call a secondary hull.
Oh, ladies. But yeah, this is exactly. Yeah, the TOS Enterprise, the Playmobil TOS Enterprise, which is I was so excited to get. I literally got a text on my phone from Zavi saying, shipped to your Enterprise, gonna arrive Saturday or Sunday. It arrived on Saturday, which is absolutely awesome. Big box. It's not as big as the Justice Mobile. It's not as big as the Jabba the Hutt. Not as big as the 1989, which is also here now. I got you. So yeah, but oh my God, it was just, I was so excited to have that. Martino, I messaged Martino immediately and thanked them, because that is a hell of an act of kindness, considering not just the what it is, you know, and how much we love original Star Trek, and you know, but the cost of it, you know, that's
I have to say
£400 thing.
No,
so.
it's an amazing gift, and Martino, hats off to you. But I have to say something. It is a really beautifully thought out toy. It's really well engineered. I mean, it does take some assembly and you have to do some wiring in it and stuff, but it's really clever. And I just keep thinking, if I was 5 years old, I mean, I don't know if my parents would ever.
Well, this is not made for 5-year-olds.
No, but I'm just saying, if I was, you know, because Playmobil, but this, man, I don't think I would have played with this for thousands of hours, because I did that with my own Mego figures, you know, and made up stories, and the way I played with action figures, like my action figure adventures would last for days sometimes. These ongoing stories that it'd take me hours and hours and hours to finish because I was making up stories in my head. And if I had, because it was something I always dreamed of. Like, I know it's Playmobil, but having a full bridge where you could just have your adventures, where half the adventure takes place in the bridge, man, I never would have left my bedroom. I would have been playing with this thing forever.
But it's a great bridge from a generation to another. No pun intended. But it's a great bridge from one generation to the other to try and get them into, you know, oh, this is a great toy to play with. Hey, do you know that this is actually a television series which started in the 60s? And I when you're a kid, you don't give a toss what year the show's really made in.
Well, you know,
to have them watch TOS, get them into some proper Trek.
We are on the eve of course, the very first Star Trek made for kids. Star Trek Prodigy. The first Star Trek that was made with... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. 1973-74, the Daytime Emmy Award-winning Peabody... Or maybe it won a Peabody Award. I don't know about that, but Emmy. Star Trek the Animated Series on Saturday mornings in America. Created by Gene Roddenberry with a lot of voice casts of the original Star Trek. Do you know, at Star Trek Day, I don't know if you watched it, they celebrated all of the previous Star Trek shows except Star Trek the Animated Series. They completely left it out of their presentation of Star Trek Day. They celebrated all the other Star Trek
probably
shows.
Didn't even realize it had been made.
I'm sure.
Fairness. So these people probably didn't.
And my God, a lot of the writers from the original series, including people like Margaret Arman and David Gerald, Samuel Peoples. I mean, there was a lot of, and I love the original animated series. Yes, it was hampered by budget and they recycled a lot of animation, but there's some really good stories. And, you know, this idea that to be honest, I'm really interested in Star Trek Prodigy because some of my favorite Star Trek novelists, David Mack, is a consultant on it. And they've got some interesting character ideas. But the idea... Well,
you know what a consultant means.
I know. They're just...
Means you get to walk around the set and eat craft.
But it's an animated show, so, you know, hopefully it's all about writing. So anyway, here's the thing. I'm hoping it's good. But the idea of a Star Trek show that's all about aliens and isn't about human characters, in a way, isn't really what Star Trek is.
Well, I know it's not made for me.
I'm gonna watch it, though.
Not fake, but legitimately, I know this is not made for somebody of my age bracket. But I did see the couple of trailers that they did, and I thought to myself, even as a kid, I'd find this patronizing.
Dude, when they say pew, 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 I'm like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah. Do but yeah, but when I was a kid, I was watching TOS.
That's my point. At 5 years old, you know what got me into Star Trek? Star Trek. That's what I watched.
So yeah, even though I think it was 6 when I started watching, around 6. But it was scary. It was really scary. Some of it could be really scary.
Stan Lee says, yeah, well, you're an old man. You should be watching Coronation Street. Give me a break. Coronation Street.
I know I'm old.
We don't have that shit in America.
No but what I'm trying to say, though, is you need to give kids more credit.
Yes.
I don't want to say children because I think that sounds a little patronizing. But you want to give kids credit.
Yeah,
kids have got great minds which need to be filled with good knowledge and cool stories. Stories are what carried mankind through since the beginning of time, since the caveman etched them onto the walls. It's all about telling stories, and you got to give kids credit. When I was a kid, when you were a kid, and we were watching TOS at 5 and 6 and whatnot, it's because we were fascinated with the science fiction. We were fascinated with the voyage into space. We were fascinated with the characters. and the mysteries that they would go on and the adventures which they had to solve. This is what kids need. Sure, you can have fun cartoons. There's nothing wrong with having fun cartoons, but if you're doing something like Star Trek, there's an element to Star Trek. It's not a throwaway kid show. You make it generic then. Star Trek is that series, is that optimistic future, where we have actually done the right thing, where we've actually succeeded, and now, because that's all been done and dusted, we can go out there. We can go out there and see what's there. Right. And it does involve a lot of relatable stories and relatable characters and relatable social issues, not justice issues, which can be very cleverly morphed into alien races, alien politics, etc., in a way that doesn't preach, and in a way that entertains, and in a way which sometimes makes you think. You think. And we tend to go to some very kind of the same examples, but one example that I want to which came to mind a couple of days ago. I think I just thought about this episode. This episode just came into my head. Was when they went down to the planet where they were moving the population due to the climate and the geological issues, and one of them gets split, and then they have to beam them up to the Enterprise, and this guy ends up killing himself because even though they try to tell him that, we're not magic, it's technology, but because we are so advanced in our technology, to you we could seem like gods, and he was worshiping them, thinking they were gods and stuff, and because his brain just couldn't handle it, he couldn't handle it, he ended up killing himself. And it was just like, wow, you try and tackle a story like that now, they don't touch these sort of things anymore.
No, I mean, that's the thing. It's funny reading these Coda books. I've been collecting Star Trek novels literally my whole life, since I was a kid. And the Star Trek Coda, the 3-book series, is the end of the continuity that they've been telling since the end of Star Trek Enterprise. They have been telling a continuity basically from the end of Nemesis in 2002. So there's been 20 years of continuity in the Star Trek universe that they've been building on, that has now been negated by Star Trek Picard. So they've had to tell this Coda story. So the authors came up with this idea, unlike what happened to Lucasfilm or the Star Wars novels, where the new trilogy, the sequel trilogy, eliminated all of that great work these authors had done, because no one thought that era of Star Trek would be continued on. So Picard was so ill-conceived and horrible that it does not jibe with the continuity that these authors had been writing for 20 years. But Paramount graciously, thank you to John Van Citters, who runs the brand, he allowed them, and ran Star Trek Publishing, allowed them to write this continuity, which would end 20 years of Star Trek continuity and allow them to carry on with the ridiculous, horribly conceived continuity that Star Trek Picard offers us, which I think is pretty cool. But you know what? I've realized that when I read that final book, I think I'm done with Star Trek, because the Star Trek that I knew and loved, the last vestiges of it have been like the IDW comic books, where they're telling the end of the 5-year mission for the original series, and all of these things. All of that is being swept away to be replaced by the show's Strange New Worlds. Like, I wonder, I mean, I'll watch Strange New Worlds, but the problem is the creative team that currently runs Star Trek, Mike McMahon and Lower Decks. I mean, it's a Star Trek parody that they're trying to figure out, but I really do believe that Star Trek is something in my life that I'm going to put away. I'll still collect action figures and classic stuff that I love, but watching new Star Trek, it doesn't have anything to offer me.
No.
And I never thought that I would ever say this, but the Star Trek Coda series is a pretty, like a great capper on my Star Trek fandom, because new Star Trek is creatively bankrupt. It is
morally bankrupt.
It really is. And there's that famous clip of Alex Kurtzman saying it's a platform to, and the thing is, who are you to even have a platform? Are you some great thinker where you're like your platform is to tell great stories with great characters? And the idea that you think you're some moral relativist or somebody that has something to offer to culture at large is where you fall down. Tell me a great story with great characters. And Star Trek is not doing that. And it's failing as science fiction, and it's failing as Star Trek, and it's failing its literary origins. And I think that it's interesting. I've never felt this way before. And I'll tune in and I'll watch Strange New Worlds, but it'll be the same thing. The fact that they're going back and they're literally trying to change the past. Let's redo Spock. Let's redo Pike. Number one, Dr. Mbenga. Let's Uhura. Everybody's being changed. And it's really gross.
Yeah, it's not just gross, but the arrogance of it is incredible. The arrogance that particularly from somebody who says this is not about Star Trek anymore. It's about using the brand for our messages. And then denigrating, you know, incredible characters, beloved characters. You know, regardless of whether Leonard Nimoy gave a shit about Spock or not is utterly irrelevant. Spock is beloved by the Star Trek fandom. What Leonard Nimoy did with that character was something very special, and he did have such an incredible input on it as well. You know, he wasn't just a person taking direction. Sure, he's an actor, and yes, you know, to him it was a role and all that kind of stuff, but his talent created this wonderful character which has stayed with us for so long. And to have people come along from Kurtzman Trek and say, oh, well, Spock isn't the man that he would be without Mikey Burnham. Now Spock is an emotional cretin. Now he's got autism. All of this is just, you know, he's dyslexic or whatever. So what is this just utter nonsense? It's like we need to throw we need to throw upon him as opposed to right problems, issues, instead of just coming up with clever stories that put characters in situations. In the Discovery with Ghost Binary, they walked out of the fucking hologram room to look out the window. They couldn't even exist without it. You know, it's just so.
I mean, you go all the way back
that can't even see these things.
You go all the way back to one of my favorite. A lot of people diss on the first season of Next Generation, but there's a lot of there's a lot of
you
good
need
episodes.
To watch it. That's not bad stuff.
There's a great episode called The Big Goodbye, where it's the first Dixon Hill holograph episode. There's the villain Cyrus Redblock. You know, and there's this great moment played by Lawrence Tierney. Cyrus Redblock and his second in command walk out of the hologram, or they walk out of the holodeck.
Yeah.
And there's this awesome moment where he realizes, he's like, look, we have a whole new world to conquer. And then he starts to dissolve. You know, and he realizes it's such a great moment where like an artificial intelligence realizes that the world that he's in the Matrix, he's in his own version of the Matrix in a way, and he disappears, and there's something very poignant about it, which when he goes away and he realizes that, wow, his existence and everything he believed in was not real. You know, and it's that was more poignant than anything. And now they're literally bringing back a character who died. Like, they've brought back multiple characters from the dead. Now, when Star Trek did it in Star Trek 3, okay. But it wasn't something that really happened in Star Trek, the original series, because when people died, they died. They don't get to come back.
And it's TNG, you know?
Yeah.
Which makes, yesterday's Enterprise, sorry, such a great episode. Because we get to actually see we've always seen how intuitive Guinan is.
Yes.
On a superficial level.
Oh,
and to see her be able to discuss people's issues or problems and break it down really quickly, really easily, and be like, oh, she's a great ear. No, she's not just a great ear. There is a massive intuitive nature to this race of people who live for a very, very long time.
That's one of my favorite scenes in Next Generation, when she's just telling Picard, all I know is this is wrong.
Yes.
And Picard gets mad. He says, not good enough, damn it. Not good enough.
And he's mad because he knows how intuitive she is and what she's capable of.
But he needs more. He needs more.
I know.
And you know what? There's nothing.
It's not good enough, damn it.
Nothing like that in what we're getting now.
No, we are getting infantilization. We are getting emotionally unstable. We are getting bigotry. We are getting everything that members of Starfleet do not stand for. It is
well, humanity's moved beyond it. I mean, it's infantilized the humanity of the future, and that's
the show's written in an infantilized way. That's what I'm talking about. But the reality of the matter is no, Starfleet is a meritocracy. It is a meritocracy for people who want to broaden their spectrum, broaden their horizons, broaden their knowledge, whatever it may be. Like when they get in I think it's season 1, they get cast like so many light years forward because of the thing that's because of the experimental drive, and even though they are they could be stranded there forever, their nature to explore, like this, look at this part of the galaxy, this is nothing we've ever seen before. This, and even when they're going back, and Picard was just kind of like, there was almost a slight bit of regret from Picard that they have to leave all this wonderful stuff that they could still explore, but they have to return back. They need to return back to where they are. It's this isn't stuff. Well, I know I'm very cynical, but I do actually have I do think Star Trek will return. I do think that once Kurtzman's gone, there may even be a period of no Trek. That wouldn't be a bad thing. But I do think the pendulum will swing back to hopefully some sort of normality. And
we can only hope.
The show will be picked up with people who are capable, who understand the source material, and don't try and present it as just another generic pew pew, lots of lasers, spaceship smash show, which is devolved into that's never been Star Trek. And that will never be Star Trek strength at all.
Right.
But no, it is this current iteration. I don't care what show it is, whether it be Picard, Discovery, Strange New Worlds. This is not Trek. This is not Trek at all. And no, I will watch. Well, I'll try and watch. I'll give the first episode of Discovery a go, and I know my audience will want me to.
You mean Strange New Worlds or Prodigy, the one that starts?
Oh no, fuck that. No.
Oh, you mean season 4
Well,
of
yeah,
Discovery.
when Discovery comes back, I'll watch the first episode of that 4th season, and then
Well, you know it's about an anomaly.
What's that?
It's anomalous.
What is it? Somebody pass me the phaser.
I will tell you this. I mean, it's going to be really interesting talking about. We started the show talking about X06. You know, because they're a licensee, they have to do in some way, shape, or form things that they're told to do by Paramount. So they're going to have to make Discovery and Picard figures. And I've heard, I don't know this for well, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I know the first figure they're going to make from Discovery, and it's actually something I would buy. Believe it or not, I would buy it.
I might buy a Captain. This is how little I pay attention.
I think you and I. What are you talking about, Pike?
Oh, I might get.
Okay, but I think you and I are thinking along the same lines. There's one figure in a certain iteration. There's
the first captain, the
Georgiou.
No, I would no. Lorca. Yeah, I might get a Lorca.
Okay, a Lorca figure. You know what? I might get a Lorca figure maybe. But
he's the only one that felt like a proper Starfleet officer.
Well, of all the things, there's only one figure I would buy, and
he was from the fucking Mirror Universe.
Well, yes, the one character I would buy would be from the Mirror Universe in certain regalia.
Yes,
that if that character was made, I would buy that character.
I would buy 10-minute Tilly. Captain 10-minute Tilly.
I wouldn't buy that.
Captain, no, I'm taking a piss.
But it's going to be interesting to see because when you have a licensee, what I find very interesting. So Star Trek is now in a place where if you're going to make toys or something, obviously they have to sell. Yeah. And I would say that one of my favorite Star Trek licensees is Eagle Moss. I've been enjoying the Eagle Moss line. I love their XL line of ships, the bigger line of die-cast ships. I mean, I wonder if I can reach it. Like, this is the Eagle Moss space dock.
Yes.
That was introduced in Star Trek 3. Now, I love this.
That grew 10 times the size.
What I like, yeah, in Next Generation. Would I like this to be bigger? Sure, but this is pretty cool for a shelf. It's got some presence for what it is.
No, absolutely. It should be on a tilt, though.
Well, yeah, but if you tilt, yes. But this is a little dusty. I'm going to dust this. I do like this. I mean, I think I really like what Eagle Moss has done with the Star Trek line, but I'm curious about their Discovery line.
Well, I'm worried about it because
I don't worry about it, but I'm curious.
Even sell 300 bloody.
But
Jodie
that's what I wonder about. I'm like, so a toy company is never going to release their sales figures, but just from a fan perspective, because they're always putting those Discovery things and Picard on sale, like buy the Van Halen ship from Picard. Does anybody want that ship? I mean, it's
an ugly looking piece of shit.
It really is. And I'm wondering, like, how does Paramount feel about that? Like, and how does Eagle Moss, part of the license agreement is they have to make figures or they have to make ships from Discovery and Picard. And how does that serve a licensee if they're not selling?
Well, we got a follower called Eric. And Eric likes to tweet us when he gets like an Eagle Moss ship,
right?
And he's got some beautiful a beautiful collection. And when you look at it, just the care that's been put into the different ships, the different types of ships that Starfleet has, and then at the end of Picard, we had a copy and paste one starship.
All right, dude.
And it was like, what? You know, it was just it was so sad to see the lack of, but typified the lack of imagination, typified the laziness, the bone idleness, the lack of care that these people actually have for this brand. But they've said so themselves. It's not about the brand. It's about them saying white people are horrible. And Picard's going to go round apologizing for them.
Well, it's bizarre. I mean, one of the things that I loved as a Star Trek fan growing up was the continuity of design, you know, of the ships. And even, like, to me, even when they did Star Trek 2 and they introduced the Reliant, even though people are like, well, though, Rob, you know, there was no navigational deflector. I'm like, I'll figure that out. But even the Grissom in Star Trek 3 and the Excelsior. And yeah. By the way, our friend S Beam, I put it on Twitter, sent me a photograph of a head sculpt you should take a look at.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
I mean, he's a little dour, but that's pretty damn good.
Dude, that's after the first game. You know? That's not, the smile's gone. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming, aren't they?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I hope so.
But no, and I think that what I, from a toy perspective, I'm always curious about what gets made and what doesn't get made. And obviously they have to make things that sell. And, you know, Hot Toys is really interesting because they look at that. S-Beam sent that in. Look at that. Wow.
That is outstanding. Outstanding.
But it's like, you know, like what I love is the lineage of Star Trek ships. And one of the things I can't stand about what they did with Discovery is they just completely destroyed all that. They destroyed, part of my fandom was the lineage going from this Franz Joseph technical manual when they were starting to create other different kinds of Star Trek ships in 75, seeing how the motion picture Enterprise, the refit Enterprise was developed.
Oh, refit Enterprise.
Beautiful. And then watching from all the way up to Next Generation. And I remember Andy Probert, who worked on Star Trek the Motion Picture, was one of the chief designers of the Enterprise D. And that took a pretty, you know, it's 100 years later almost, and it took a different approach. But what was interesting is it still felt like when you realize what they were trying to do, and Roddenberry said that even Starship design became aesthetic. It wasn't just form and function. It was form. They wanted ships to be beautiful and comfortable because people were going on missions that would last 15 years in deep space or whatever if they had to. And I appreciated a lot of the design work. I mean, of course, they recycled a lot of it, like you said, Space Dock, the Enterprise flying in. It'd have to be 10 times the size, but that was a production issue, which I could, in my mind, get around. But, you know, I like that lineage. Well, modern Star Trek dispensed with all of that. Even the Discovery itself was originally designed by Ken Adam and Ralph McQuarrie for a movie called Star Trek Planet of the Titans that didn't get made in the 70s. So there was a Star Trek lineage there, but then they went and redesigned that and put a hole in the primary hull and all that. And so they wanted to move away from classic design, and it ruined everything.
They know better.
Yeah, I know.
We know better.
It's bad.
Yeah, it was great. You know, you had your your different classes, and of course, Enterprise D being a Galaxy class.
Yeah, it was different, but then they went back
beyond.
Then we saw the Enterprise C, the Ambassador class, and then we went and saw the Enterprise B in Generations, which was a tricked out version of the Excelsior class. And you know, there was a lineage there and a continuity. And that was part of the fun things of Star Trek. Even when you see one of my favorite things in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, when they took the actual Katinga class, which was an upgraded D7 from the original series, the Katinga class from the motion picture, and they tricked that out, making it the Kronos 1, bringing it was Chancellor Gorkon's Katinga class ship. It looked great. They added brass stuff on it, and it just, the paint job, it looked formidable, and it was part of Star Trek's history. It went Undiscovered Country came out in 91. Motion picture was 79. They used the same model that they had upgraded. That was really cool, you know, and it gave everything a continuity.
No, this is a great line by Scotty. Which enterprise? NCC 1701. No bloody A, B, C, or D.
It was great.
The drunk Scotty with green. What is this?
It's green.
It's green.
Season 6's relics. What a great, and by the way, something else, since you brought this up, the idea that Scotty realized there's no food, there might not be air, but to save his own life, he put himself into a transporter loop that lasted for 75 years. That was using Star Trek tech and doing it in a really creative, cool way. I love that.
What did Riker call his? What did he call his split personality?
Thomas. Riker.
Thomas.
Well,
Thomas Riker, by the way, is rotting in Cardassia after his exploits in DS9.
Yeah.
No, he's now rotting away in some Cardassian prison.
No, they might have had some prisoner extradition thing.
Okay.
Maybe.
We don't hear Riker talk about it much, though.
No.
But that, to me, that episode, that was an episode, it's a fun episode, but it's one of those episodes just like, you're dead. You die every time you go in a transporter. You're dead.
It's
if you're just duplicating patterns, you're a goner. You've been fucking vaporized when you went in there, man. But yeah, I mean the transporter will always be a source of great contention on how that one works. There's some fun YouTube videos on people going in and just dying, and then another version of you walks away, and then they go up, and then they die, and another version of you walks away. Yeah, it's a crazy one to discuss, but it's funny. It's a funny. Hey, still got two more things to show.
Oh,
so this one's difficult because it doesn't attach to its base. And I'm very happy to say I thought this was lost in the post. It eventually arrived from Hong Kong. And this base is really heavy, by the way. It's a really cool base, really heavy base. Oh, it's a Cloud Strife. And look at
that, dude.
Look at it. Hold on. If I take him off, this
there's
base
a base but no stand.
Heavy, and this is all magnetically put together.
Wow, that's an amazing base.
So these are all magnetically put down on here. So this is a Shinra control panel, as people know. Shinra boxes. We've got some bin liners, all magnetized. Everything can come off here apart from the trash. The pipes are magnetized. It's all magnetized. The vent magnetized. Everything's magnetized. So that is just let's just put the the base down. For one, heavy, by the way, and you get with it. Somebody said, "Is there a Kate Sith?" No, but there is a. Oh shit! I've got my green screen thing on. Hold on. I got my green screen button. None. Thank you. There, look, I've gone green. I'm not gray. I'm green.
Wow.
So this comes with a cactus. People who know Final Fantasy will know these things. I know you might be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, I haven't delved into this yet. Maybe I'll know when I start playing.
Well, this is the version. This is the version of Clown. This is
yeah,
the soldier. They call it Soldier First Class, but this is great, and it's got his huge Buster Sword.
That's amazing.
Attached to his back, which attaches there. The Zack version has just come out for pre-order, which I have pre-ordered. So I snapped.
That's a beautiful figure. Who makes that figure?
I am not sure.
Huh.
It's now
lovely.
sold out. So Soz, I'll have to check who actually makes it. But it's so well put together, and he can now go with Tifa. He can now go off with Tifa, and there's one more. Now then, I'm going to show you something that comes with it. Do you know what the figure is? What is the figure?
Comes with that. I don't know.
Oh, this is like a pipe cleaner. Let's make, there you go. It's a pipe cleaner, so you can make that a little bit more. VTS Toys is the company.
Huh.
So no guesses?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, it was a little bit more obvious than you thought. And this arrived today.
Oh.
And I gotta say,
for
holy
Halloween.
shit.
Wow. Wow.
The
Wow.
Batman Ninja. This is the Batman Ninja Batwoman.
Now, where does that hail from?
What do you mean? Who makes it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's official. Hold on.
So that's not a third party. This is an
no, this
license.
is official. This is Batman Ninja.
Wow, that is gorgeous.
This is official stuff. And
can you go full screen on that?
It's got a Fesson body with it.
Wow, look at that, dude.
Yeah, this is mesh. So this is actually flesh.
Wow, that is.
So that's not
dope.
white. That's flesh, because all this is mesh. If I turn her around, oh hello.
Oh boy, ladies,
ladies. Her heels there, and this is the samurai. You know the
wow, that's
Japanese
gorgeous.
Catwoman.
And that is it a Fison body? Is that what that is?
That is a Fison body, yeah.
Wow, that looks terrific.
The mask is removable. The eyes, the face plate, you can take off. It's magnetized, and the eyes are movable.
Wow.
As well, so you can change the direction of her eyes.
That is gorgeous. Wow, look at that, dude. That's really great. That's great looking.
That is great looking. And they went with the Fison body with the massive knockers.
And the beautiful ass.
Yeah.
That's a rim-worthy ass on that figure, let me tell you.
That's a party right
wow.
there, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good time.
I do love the mesh. I mean, is it delicate? Is it like are you scared
it's
of
quite
like
robust? Well, it feels quite robust. I mean,
I would be worried that you'd tear it, but
well, I've moved the arm into the position that she's got her whip in.
Right.
So I wanted to dynamically pose the whip. So I put the whip there, going round the body, coming around, and then she's got
that's cool. I would just worry about like I wouldn't want to snag that mesh on anything. It looks
no, but
great.
if I turn it around, hopefully if she it's just curling up. That's all.
Yeah, no, that wasn't. It just looked fragile. It's great looking though. My God.
Oh, and so I have the Batman, not the Ninja Batman. I have the regular Batman on order.
Yeah,
which is still a stylized costume for this event. So it's still a different type of Batman. But these knee pads, like these, are all movable and
wow, that really looks great.
Turnable there.
The Feisen body
multiple
works
change
really
of
well for that
hands.
figure.
Oh, the Feisen body works brilliantly.
Really
Multiple
nice.
change of hands, including you take the hand off and you can insert like 3 massive claws, almost like Wolverine claws. So they can go on both, plus different types of hands for different poses. But this is like,
Did you get that from Toys Wonderland?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. This is I got this from Toys Wonderland, and I've ordered the Batman from there. But yeah, this is
that looks great.
This is something. It's great. It's really, really good. And if I take her off here for a second, this although this base is like really tacky like plastic, which is like, come on, everything else is like really well done. Look at this. There's a
I love that.
Adjusts here at the back, so you can slide up and down, and
that's really cool.
This just allows it to sit so much better. And of course, this is bendy.
And you could put her in an action pose like she's jumping or leaping or something.
Yep. So to have all of that, yeah, this is, and then the bell on her neck is kind of like, it's a bit kinky and I quite like it.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm sort of like ding-a-ling-a-ling, you know what I'm saying? But this is beautiful.
I have no idea.
Absolutely gorgeous. So I can't wait for the Batman to arrive so we can have those two together.
Yeah, that's very, very cool.
But yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. So that's my little star of the show at the moment. I think she's
very, very cool.
Yeah, pretty damn beautiful. This is the normal deluxe version, whatever that means. So you get the kitty cat with as the deluxe. You get the kitty cat. You also get like paw attachments to go over the hand.
Yeah.
So again, you can probably put her into some rather cute poses as well. But yeah, the cat's head comes, so you can twist it in different.
I love it, and they've got his and her. They've got her and her bells.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's an absolute beauty.
Yeah.
Of a figure, and a bit because of the harsh light, you can't see, but the makeup on her eyes and stuff is really well done. And obviously, when you can see the mesh itself,
yeah, it's really
it
cool.
makes it look so much better.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I was worried about. Like, if you're just carrying it, if you caught it on something, you know, like you know, even your fingernail.
Really, it's tight to the fucking cactus. It's tight to the costume, so
that's good.
You would have to do something to snag it.
Yeah. Yep.
On something.
Jawohl.
Bloody cactus back up. He just. Alex, knock my water over. Damn it!
Is your own cat like attacking you?
No, my cactus fell off and fell down. I'm moving him over here so he can't fall off the table. It's all right. It's thick, just like me. So yeah, that's an absolute doozy of a figure there. Right, let's get into the super chat section.
Oh,
we've had a lot of waffle, a lot of show off today. But it's been beautiful stuff.
It has been.
It's been beautiful.
God. Yes.
All right, folks, let me bring up the supery duperies. There we go. Here we go now. Reet Pirate Queen with a $5 says the Wand Company is coming out with the OG tricorder and communicator. Do you know if they'll be doing a phaser? All hail to you both.
I do not know, but I would imagine that they would, only because the phaser's probably, aside from the communicator, one of the most iconic things in Star
Trek. You got a great
history.
phaser, you have.
I do. I've got the master.
It's right behind
replicas.
you. You can see it.
It is right behind me. It's right here, along with my Zardoz belt buckle.
Nice.
I know.
There's Martino. We're talking about you earlier, sir.
We were singing Martino's praises. Not only is he generous, but he has a Lotus 7.
Oh, no.
I know, dude. Come on. How many people on YouTube have one? Only one. Martino Simone.
With the $5 says, hi, Robin Az. Hot dogs and diamond
Hello.
Jesus. Hitchhiker 42 with a £5 says, hail, guys. DS9 Cisco should come with a baseball. Yes. And a light up orb in a box. Worf with a batleth and Tribbles and Odo with a bucket if they do them.
Well, I think those would be the three. If I was doing Deep Space Nine, I mean, people might get pissed. Here's what I think they should do. I don't think you can do Deep Space Nine without. You got to do Kira. And the thing about Worf, I mean, that's the way to get a Worf, but
for both, you put Worf in a gray suit, he can morph between both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the accessories that you say are good. Yeah, like Cisco should come with a baseball, and it should come with a little stand, so you can put the baseball on the little stand for his desk. Orb in a box, lighting orb in a box. Yeah. Odo, definitely Odo in a bucket, because that's where Odo sleeps.
That's right.
He sleeps in a bucket. Kira Nerys, though. What does Kira Nerys come? I mean, Worf's got to come with a batleth. I mean, that's just hello.
Well, maybe that's where you put an orb of the prophets. You give her an orb of the prophets that maybe lights up, with the door open. You could say it's the orb of time or whatever orb of the prophets, but that would be something. And then she could come with a Bajoran firearms.
Okay, I mean, she will be in a. I would want the Kira Nerys in her Bajoran security outfit.
Yep, absolutely, 100%.
That would be the one that I would.
And I think they will. Exo-6 knows what's up. I mean, the people that are working there know the fact that they're giving us 7 of 9 in the maroon outfit instead of the silver outfit that we've seen. I'm all for that. I'm like, bring it on. I love that. Somebody
said yesterday's Enterprise Tashi. Yeah,
I'd like that too, but they won't do that because that's. I mean, what they're going to have to do is, if they're really going to get these figures
up.
I mean, I would snap that up too. I think that what they're going to have to do. If I controlled the line, I would do classic, like memorable Star Trek characters from memorable episodes. Villains.
I think Tashi coming back for yesterday's Enterprise is it's a very
I think that's great. What I'm saying is that they should do a line called like classic moments and give us that Tashi.
Okay, I get you.
In the high neck in the 3rd season Next Generation outfit.
Those outfits are great.
Yeah, and so
the full collar, it's full collar as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and that way you could get a Gowron, or you could get they could go and do different figure. Like I would love a Ronnie Cox as Captain Jellicoe.
Oh,
wouldn't that be cool? That
would be amazing.
Yeah, and so they could do a classics line where it was like call it classic Star Trek moments or whatever, and do because like Playmates, I don't think even Playmates did a Jellicoe. Did they do a Jellicoe? I don't think they did.
Don't think so.
I don't think, but I would love to get a Jellicoe. I mean, and if they went and, you know what else I'd like to get? Like Picard in the outfit from Gambit when he became a space pirate in the 7th season, the 2-part episode.
No.
Yeah, I don't think they ever did a Jellicoe.
No, I don't see anything.
By the way, I don't think it's a spoiler, but Grand Admiral Adam says I would want Ezri Dax in her mirror uniform outfit. R.I.P. to Ezri Dax.
Yes.
All I can say is if you've read Star Trek Coda, Captain Ezri Dax of the Aventine didn't make it.
Oh.
Didn't make it.
I'm just thinking of other specific moments.
Oh, I'd like a 6 scale Kalar, Worf's mate.
By the way, Nicole DeBurse still looks fit as fuck.
Oh yeah,
nowadays.
she looks amazing.
She's a gorgeous woman.
She is a gorgeous woman, and apparently a lot of people have stolen her pictures because she's got all kinds of fake avatars on like dating sites, and apparently that's what I hear. Mila says Kalar. That's what I want. I want Kalar in her. Playmates made a Kalar figure that was actually really good in the black and that kind of spotty. I loved Kalar from either Reunion or.
Oh, do you know I got another crossover figure? Lieutenant Commander Barclay. You could have Barclay in his gray.
Yep.
So he kind of fits in with the Voyager universe, and it could fit in with you know.
Yep. And I would like a Sarek from the 3rd season Sarek episode, Next Generation, because Spock's father.
Dude, that episode it breaks me, man.
Oh, dude,
it's so good,
so good.
And that's how you do a story about Alzheimer's in space.
Yep.
You know,
100%.
And it is so well done. Broccoli, yeah. We've taken to call him in Broccoli, sir. Well, stop it. And then he says broccoli to his face. But that was so good as well because you know, we see Barclay and we're just like, oh god, this guy's a dickhead. And then you know, LeVar Burton and Riker are both kind of like, well, the guy's a bit of a fucking dickhead. And Picard's gone, well, make an effort. Make an effort, you know?
Try and bring him in. It's great.
Bring him, yeah. And it's like, damn, daddy just fucking told the kids off, you know? And of course, if you've seen, have you seen what's it called? That it's a great channel, Major Grin. Major Grin. I do like watching a bit of that.
Me too.
And the way that they contrasted that versus the short trek.
Oh, that's one of the. That is one of the most damning things. If you ever want to see the difference between that Major Grin clip, if I had written that short trek episode might be the single most damning moments of all modern Star Trek. Everything wrong with modern Star Trek, and Major Grin, that particular video destroys modern Star Trek. When I watched that short trek episode in the first place, I was infuriated watching that. Infuriated. Kind of like the 2nd season when they introduced the mansplainer that they just kill.
Well, I'm going to play the Major Grin episode. Please go to Major Grin's. Hold on, I'll share.
Can you play it? You guys can't play it.
Please go to Major Grin's channel because this guy deserves way more than 29k subs.
Yeah. How long are you going to play this whole thing so I can pee?
Yeah. Go pee if you want to go pee.
Yeah, I will be.
I'm not going to go pee.
Yeah, watch this because it's amazing.
This is absolutely great if you've not seen this.
It's amazing.
I guess the question is whether Mr. Barclay is Enterprise material. And I assume by your request for his transfer that you think he's not, Commander.
There's every indication that he served competently in Starfleet for years.
I've examined Barclay's psychological profile. He has a history of seclusive tendencies.
And yet he chose this way of life. He has made the same commitment to Starfleet that we all have. It's easy to transfer a problem to someone else.
Boom.
Too easy. He's a member of your team. Try to find some way to help him to make a positive contribution. Get to know the man better.
I just don't think you're the right fit for the kind of work we're doing here, so I've requested to have you transferred.
Captain, but...
This conversation's over. You're dismissed.
Right, but...
This is the end of the conversation.
Captain, if I could...
You can't.
Right, but I have this as
The conversation's over. That's the end.
Well, technically, the conversation is not over because I could keep talking, and then the conversation is
I don't know how you made it this far in your career behaving like this. This is why I ended the conversation. I'm having you transferred. End of conversation.
It would be rude and irresponsible to end a conversation.
The conversation's over.
But
Edward.
Remember earlier I said...
Larkin.
Yep.
There's a transport coming in 2 days, and you're going to be on it.
It's easy to transfer a problem to someone else.
Message my bosses and told them I was done.
I made one of the most important science discovering more time! I'm not the one!
This is a real episode of Star. This is a short trek.
Curious. The captain's usually the last to leave.
One crew member was tragically lost. How do you explain that?
He was an idiot.
Try harder, Geordie. He's a member of your team. Try to find some way to help him to make a positive contribution. Get to know the man better.
Glad you were with us out here in the real world today, Mr. Barkley.
Good job, Red. And only, what, 6 weeks for the lessons?
Good job, Huey.
Well, we have a patient teacher.
You've come a long way, Reg. It takes a great deal of courage to put yourself on display like that. There was a time when nothing could have dragged you onto a stage in front of an audience. You've made tremendous progress. Look at yourself now. Look at all the other people you're with. You're not just acting, you're interacting.
So I've requested to have you transferred.
Captain, but...
This conversation's over. You're dismissed.
Right, but...
This is the end of the conversation. He was an idiot.
Wow. That, folks, that is such a good video. I've seen that video multiple times now. And it just absolutely epitomizes the difference between good writing and terrible writing.
Oh, not only that, offensive in the fact that the death of human beings is celebrated.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, I mean,
stupid music. He's an idiot.
I mean, but the fact that there's even a Starfleet captain who speaks that way, it is the antithesis of everything wrong with that show.
Oh, wasn't that? I haven't seen that Trek because I would rather fucking stab my eyes out with a fork than watch it. But isn't that character the youngest ever Starfleet captain? Or something?
Oh yeah. And not only that, they also retcon the Tribbles by saying that guy is the one that made Tribbles reproduce so quickly. So it's yet another instance of where the horrific writing staff of modern Star Trek just goes and takes these things and like, oh, let's just go change them, make them however we want, because I saw Alien Covenant and I understand that it was David, the android from Earth, that made the xenomorphs the way they are. Hate them.
It's Jesus, man.
Terrible.
And you wonder why we hate this show. Matt Deckard with a $5 says, why the last man is with it just to see the women vag out and cry. Why the last man, of course, has been cancelled already.
You know, it's too bad because I really like that graphic novel.
The graphic novel's got nothing to do with this TV show. Well,
no.
The graphic novel is it's fine, you know. I think it's fine. It's good, you know. It's not the best thing I've ever read.
No, but I enjoyed it.
But yeah, there's some good ideas there, and some of them are played with well, and some not so well. But you know, you try playing that in 2021, and then you have the director coming out, showrunner coming out, saying stuff like, "We're going to clearly show that trans men are men," and it's just like, oh,
terrible. By the way, here is Star Trek Coda.
The Ashes of Tomorrow.
The Ashes of Tomorrow. I'm kind of sad. That this came out yesterday, but then next month, David Mack's final book comes out of this great trilogy.
The Final Frontier.
Yeah, it's over.
Andy LDN with a £1.79. Do you get a spot with the data? No spot.
But I can always take my Captain Marvel Flurkin.
Ah, there you go.
You know, who knows? Maybe this is Spot. You never know about these Flurkins.
Flurkin now. Andy Radart with a £10 says, I probably shouldn't have watched the last 2 weeks. Hot toys and fully articulated one after another because I just ended up buying XM Studios' Juggernaut Impact series straight afterwards. Whoops. I want that.
Well,
I want that. Where did you get it from? Hold on, let me click a button. Is this? Is that the one? Is like, yeah, yeah. I want the one that Gary got, the Juggernaut one.
Yeah,
I'm looking for it. Shane O'Reilly with a €1 Fiddy connoisseur moustache, and Shane O'Reilly with a €1 Fiddy phallic. Swag. Oh, fucking hell, here we go. Man of War 665. See?
Oh, here it comes.
Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast, with a $6.65 super chat. Mezco, 1 in 12, just posted Halloween 2, 1981. Michael Myers with title screen lit up, split jack-o'-lantern with skull. Not that anyone here would be interested.
You know what? I love Mezco, as you know. I mean, you know, I'm going to show it again because I have it within arm's length. My Dawn of the Dead 2-pack. I do love this stuff, but I am not going to get, was it 3A? Didn't they just do the Michael, or was it Sideshow that just did another Michael Myers?
Sideshow done the Michael Myers.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought about it.
I have many different Sideshow Michael Myers over the years. You know, it's still 1/12. You know what the problem with 1/12 is?
It's not.
They don't think big
it's
enough.
half as good. Yeah,
it's half as good. They don't think grand enough. Even though I will say this: there was a time when the Mafex, the Medicom version, I was thinking about getting all of the X-Men in 12th scale, but then cooler heads prevailed, and I thought, you know what? I'd rather have them in 6 scale.
I got that Cyclops is on the wait list.
It's good.
I got a Picard on the wait list as well, so I can have another Picard.
Because why not? Well, you can have both in the full on, and then the. I have a real. I'm getting ready to put him where he's supposed to go, and I can't decide. I really like him with the jacket off, and seeing the red with the phaser rifle. It looks cool.
It does.
You know,
I mean, he spends a fair part of the film like that.
Looks good.
Ensign Lynch. Tough luck for Ensign Lynch, I guess. S-Beam, which we've just gone through, but I'll still read it out. With a $5.
You know, he did the.
Rob, I sent you some pictures from Instagram via Twitter if you're interested in Squid Game in 6th scale. Keep up the great content.
Oh, I am.
Oh, we are. Mudder Derp with a $1 Fiddy connoisseur mustache, and Mua Derp with a $1 Fiddy swag. Bitwin SDK with a €20 says, Rob, I sent you a package a while back. I think I used the wrong P.O. box.
No, the one, if you sent it to me in Iowa, Mike Bodden does forward that stuff to me, but every couple months. So
okay. He used the P.O. box of the Burnett work.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to get a P.O. box, a local P.O. box, because it's weird that I have to go through a middleman.
Oh.
And Ethan Van Sciver gave me the idea. I now have a P.O. box, and you want to send me mail, you can send it to me.
I've got a P.O. box.
I don't have one.
I do. Mega Reacts. I've had some people sent me some great stuff in there. Mega Reacts with a $5 says, I just started Star Trek TNG with my 7-year-old daughter. She loves it. No new Trek in my house. That's awesome.
By God.
Oh, I hope she likes it. Obviously, if she doesn't, she doesn't. But I hope she likes it because it's great stuff.
It is great. It's great.
SJ Almighty with a £10 says, did either of you get the Steelbook box set of TOS? It came out last Monday. It looks amazing. Also, you get both versions of the episodes with enhanced and original effects.
Wait a minute. You're talking about the original series of TOS, right?
TOS, yeah.
I did not get I have the 50th anniversary box set of all of it, which is really, really cool. But those TOS HD remasters are absolutely gorgeous. They are absolutely beautiful.
Antoine Dennison calling you out with a $2 says, RMB, you're a writer. Why not create something new?
Well, I'm doing that right now. You know, it's just very hard to get things made. You know, your stuff has got to be great. Great.
Man of War 665, Neighbor of the Beast, he's back with a $6.65 super chat. Yes! Just received an email from Hasbro/HasLabs. My 3 mythic tier Hero Quest is finally on the way. The best thing about Hero Quest is more Hero Quest. Have you seen what HasLabs has got up at the moment? 2 things.
They put something else up after Galactus and the Sentinel?
Oh, yeah. They do it all the time. They come out with, they put new stuff up all the time.
What do they have up now? I have not seen this.
Okay, well, they have a 1 in 6 Rancor monster.
1 in 6?
Sorry. No, a 1 in 12 because it's a black series.
Black series. Wow.
So they have a black series Rancor monster.
That's cool.
And they have a G.I. Joe airplane, like fighter plane.
Wait a minute. Let me go check this shit out. Come on, son.
I'll bring it up for you. Let me bring it up for you.
I need to go see this.
Let me bring it up.
Well, if you're going to bring it up,
let's go to the UK one. Okay, so let's do the G.I. Joe one.
So now you can get them. They'll ship to the UK finally.
They do it in the UK now. So you have has a UK website and you can do it through there. So here we have this G.I. Joe fighter plane.
And the cool thing about that is an F-14 Tomcat.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at all that.
It's stylized, but it's a Tomcat.
There's this. Look at that on the stand.
Wow, that is dope, dude.
So there's all that and a box of frogs. And then there's the Black Series Rancor monster. And
so
don't fret,
just
folks,
put that
these will get absolutely funded.
Wow.
So so there's the figure you can see that's the typical size of a Black Series. So this is pretty chunk.
That's huge.
Yeah. Whew.
Well, that's pretty dope just to have.
Yes.
Are you going to order one?
Yes.
I can't believe
I'm ordering one of both. I want the G.I. Joe as well. But yeah, that's some pretty nice stuff. 007 Angelo with a $5 says, preach RMB, preach my brother. These jackhole killed Star Trek.
By God, I will
Genesis
preach
can't
forever.
even bring it back. They did. But we've got 5 more years. 5 more years of
great.
Yep. Volkert Cornelius with a €2 cool super sticker. Aitken with an 8 Australian says, thank you again, gents, for adding to the cabinets of my lottery win house. My wife is right here saying, ugh, not in mine.
Come on now.
Cries, laughing, tears and tears, more tears. Emojis. Midnight Edge After Dark, Tom with a $5 says, 2 of my favorite white boys. Love it. Still need to order Axel. Here's a few bucks towards the toy funders. Oh, thank you, sir.
My God. Thank you, sir.
Hey, my God. Let them die.
Let them die. Don't just, Kirk was wrong saying that, by the way. Jim.
Yes. But that's the point. That's the point. He can't get over his own prejudice.
I know.
And look what happens. Look what happens when.
By the way, Pat Finch says the F-14 is only used in Iran now, as the USA had retired it 15 years ago. You know what, though? The F-14 Tomcat will never die because of one reason: Top
Gun,
frickin' gun. And by the way, I understand the Hornets and the F-22, whatever. Nothing is cooler, especially because, talk about toyetic, it's got the wings, man. It's got the wings. One of my favorite model kits I ever built was I think it was 1/48 scale. My 1/48 scale monogram Tomcat model was one of my favorite model kits.
Oh my!
Because it had the wings that worked.
On the wing, on the.
Bill Barkley asked if there's a Robservations letter. Not only is there a Robservations letter, I have a guest.
Woo!
Special Halloween guest. A woman who wrote a book called How to Survive a Human Attack. It's a book. It's a guidebook for any supernatural creatures or aliens who are interested in surviving attacks from human beings. Who are the greatest threat. It is a fantastic book.
I think I have it somewhere.
It's so good. Let me see if I can find it.
Legit. I actually think I got it as a Christmas present.
Dude, it's so good. It's beyond good. Just saying.
Beyond. Eric Gant with a $5 says, so as are you team transporter equals murder machine or team transporter equals people preserver? I'm although I said what I said, I'm personally on team transporter equals people preserver. Because otherwise the future is the most horrific place ever.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So I have to be on that because it's an optimistic future.
By the way, Necronomicon, it's not a super chat, says, as Firestar Toys are doing custom Squid Game Lego minifigures. And you can customize the tracksuit number.
Oh, wow. That is incredible. Damn. Joshua Levesque with a $1.
By the way, can I just say that Juan Suro says, don't diss the A10 just because Cobra flies it.
Oh, Cobra the best.
Man. What is that? The Warthog? Is that whatever? Come on.
What? Swag. Has got the Top Gun Maverick crossover transformer? No. But I'm going to look into that. That sounds amazing. Dolorous Ed with a $10 says, hey, fellas, I only have one bust I didn't spend much on, but I'm trying to find a life-sized Rocket Raccoon, and the only one is $700. Is that outrageous for a life-size, high-detailed figure? No. Not at all.
It's not.
Not at all. That's a pretty decent price, actually. I'm surprised it's not more.
It's true.
I have a Baby Yoda, a 1-in-1 Baby Yoda. So Baby Yoda is what, half the size, maybe even a little smaller than Rocket Raccoon. Maybe 3 Baby Yodas to Rocket Raccoon.
Could be.
But let's just say 2.5. Let's say 2.5. And that Baby Yoda was 360, I think, around there. So no, 700 sounds.
Yeah.
There, yeah. Sounds
right.
There, mate. Sounds absolutely there. And if you love the character, that's a good price. If you love the character, that's a good price because then it's yours for diddles, forevers. Foreversies and eversies. Martino Salmoni, the beautiful soul, who of course sent us both.
I know it's only a zero-calorie soda, but I
got some water.
Drink to you.
By the way, I'm really sorry to the chat. I have not pissed in any streams today, nor am I requiring one, because yesterday I just drank a lot. And that's why I was peeing a lot.
Oh, well.
But I made a diabetes joke, and then I got emails from people going,
oh, that's why somebody asked. I think you're going to come up to a super chat that asks if I have diabetes.
Yes. Well, that's part of the joke, though. That's not if you do.
I don't.
That's just part of the joke from yesterday.
I don't. I'm not a sweets. I mean, I like some sweets, but not all sweets.
Some sweets, not all sweets. Martino Silmoni with a 50 Swiss francs says, sorry, I'm starting to listen just now. Had to finish putting skeletons in the car.
Wow, as one does.
I saw the picture of the skeletons on the sofa that he has, so at least I know they're not alive. Not the skeletons.
Oh, they were once.
And then Martino Silmoni again with 5 Swiss francs says, fake track is more painful than kidney stones. I have had.
I want to take your word for that. I don't ever want to know how painful kidney stones are.
I've had my gallbladder removed because I had gallstones just spewing out.
Oh no, that's not good.
And sorry, I had to mute to fart. They were spewing out, and what they do is they get stuck on the walls, you know, of the vein, whatever, and they just tear down. They just grab it. They just tear down. And it is the most painful thing I've ever gone through in my life. Wow. And I can say one of the benefits is I was introduced to the beauty of morphine.
I've never had morphine before.
Oh my God. just one touch. And you're like, I understand heroin addicts. I understand heroin addicts. I really do.
I've always been a stimulants guy.
Oh, dude, no. That's what I thought. I like being hyper, but no, you have a bit of morphine, and then it's a whole new world.
Well, that's what I look forward to in my old age, is all the great drugs.
Yeah. I even got I'm not going to go through the story because I've gone through it many times, but I'll just briefly say when I had it removed and when I woke up from the operation, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I woke up, and they had a student doctor on, and he killed me.
What do you mean he killed you?
He OD'd me on morphine and killed me.
Was it great?
Yes. That's the thing, though. It was. I woke up to a nurse slapping me across the face. Telling me to wake up.
Wow.
Straddled across me.
God.
As on the bed, she straddled across me.
Was she cute? Was she like Jenny Agutter in American Werewolf in London?
I fucking wish. Dude, I was fucked. I was off my fucking tits on morphine. I didn't know. There was one nurse
so it didn't matter. Should never stop you.
Hey? No, well, it's not that. It's just that I was incapable. I was morphined off my tits,
you
mate.
Just tried harder. Come on now.
Yeah, so it was weird because you go into this I felt like empty, just like a shell.
Oh.
And all I could feel was my heart beating. Well, it was beating, and then it just stopped. You know, it just goes, you know, like ba-dum, ba-dum, and it's like ba-dum, ba-dum, because you're not breathing. That's why people die from heroin overdoses, because you're so relaxed you don't breathe. That's how relaxed you are. That's why you get these ODs. So I just felt my heart like going and then stopping it. And all I could think, and I didn't feel myself suffocating or anything.
Right.
I wasn't like, oh, I need to breathe. No, I was there. I was tripping like my tits off. And it was just like, oh God, this feels so good. Just a shell. Just an empty shell. And then next thing I know, a fucking nurse is smacking me across the face telling me to wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up. But there you go. Yeah, the student doctor gave me 2 little morphine that it didn't do anything for the pain, and then he overcompensated and killed me.
Killed you.
Cheers, dude. Ubu Roy with a 20 euro says, does Robert have diabetes?
I do not. That I know of.
No. Yeah. Not
I think I'm doing pretty well, you know.
Antoine Dennison with a $2 says, Star Trek should have cast the idiot as... Oh, I can't say that, dude. I can't read that out, man. It's naughty. With a $5 says New Trek finds it too easy to turn their back on humanity. They have no humanity.
That is true. I agree with that.
That's why. There's no empathy. There's no empathy with them. You can't say we are a show that is inclusive and diverse, but we are making a concerted effort not to show white males, straight white males, in positions of power or authority or doing well or doing anything positive. That's bigotry right there. The definition, the 101. It's exclusionary, and they're doing it on purpose, and it goes against absolutely everything that Star Trek and Roddenberry stood for. And the whole ship's a big segregation pot.
No, it really is. It's very bizarre how they segregate everybody. It's strange.
Big segregation pot. The gays are in one part, the blacks are in another part, the crew members who you don't even know the fucking names of yet because they barely ever use are in the other part. Awful show.
Yeah.
Awful. Just disgusting. Asian guy in the bad disguise with a £2 says Starboat makes better Star Trek than Star Trek. Yes.
Those are pretty damn funny videos.
Shark Tits is
for those who haven't seen them, check it out. Check out Starboat. They're pretty funny.
They are very, very good.
Yeah.
I was nearly in an episode. Well,
Ocean Man.
Kurt
They've got to
said,
come
hey,
across. Maybe Ocean Man's the person that works at Cetacean Ops.
Well, I was texting with Kurt, and Kurt said, hey, do you want to be an exploding crew member in Shark Tits? And I was like, fuck yeah. And they must have just like done it. You know, they ended up just doing what they needed to do. And obviously there was no room for an exploding ass. I would have got my green screen up here and everything. Black Superwoman with a $3 super sticker of my hero. Oh, thanks. Appreciate you. We're nearly done. We are nearly there. Man of War. I can put this onto the screen. Man of War 665. Neighbor of the Beast with a $6.65 super. R.I.P. Joanna Cameron played Andrea Thomas, Isis in Secrets of Isis TV series.
I texted this the other day. Yes. Oh, mighty Isis. She has passed away. She has left us at the young age of 70.
I
know.
It's way too
young.
Yeah. Let's just get rid of that. Boosh. Sorry. There we go. Right. And that is pretty much on the 2-hour mark. So I think that's a perfect
show.
Perfect place to call it. That's what she said. So massive thank you to everyone who turned out today. Thank you so much indeed. There was lots and lots to go through. Lots of good stuff to go through.
Good stuff. We're going to be back here tomorrow, though.
We're going to be back here tomorrow. Yeah, I'll get to that. Massive thank you to my mods. I think Purple Valkyrie was here today doing the do. Thank you very much indeed. All the people who hit the join button and the super chat button to support the channel. Thank you so much indeed. You guys and gals are amazing. Tomorrow, same time that Hot Toys is on. That's 8 p.m. UK time. Oh, I'll get to that in a minute. Jamin. 8 p.m. UK time, midday Pacific time. Rob and I are going to start the first of a 9-part series because we're going to go through every episode of Squid Game, and it's just going to be an hour show. We're going to keep it nice and tight. But for the people who've watched Squid Game or want to watch Squid Game, watch part 1, at least part 1. But I would get ahead if I were you, because we'll no doubt be speaking ahead and back. But it'd be, for people who enjoyed Squid Game and want some Squid Game discussion, that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be a nice little niche show, but I think it's going to be fun to do. And then, just as we're wrapping up, is that Jamin or Jamin D? Apologize if I got it wrong, with a 50 Canadian. So thank you very much indeed. Greetings, Mr. Burnett and Az. Great to see you both. Since you both enjoyed Squid Game, I was hoping to recommend another Japanese show called Liar Game.
Ooh.
On a side note, as you suggested, I finally saw Wings of Desire with Peter Falk.
One of my favorite films ever.
Didn't he win an award for that?
I don't know. He might have, but it's a German film, 87. I love it.
Love Peter Falk. Well, I mean, I love Columbo, but I love Peter Falk. But, you know, man, I can't get enough Columbo. I am spitting feathers because I want Blu-ray, at least Blu-ray quality Columbo, you know?
Yeah.
But that's awesome stuff. Also, I'll throw one back at you. If you haven't seen Alice in Borderland, go watch Alice in Borderland. That was great.
It was great.
Absolutely great. Robert, do you have anything you'd like to plug, dear sir?
Actually, I do. You know, the movie I made, the independent film that I produced and edited, Tango Shalom, will be available this Friday throughout North America on VOD, and you can get actually a DVD, not a Blu-ray or a 4K, but you can get the DVD from Amazon. It's available everywhere. So if you ever wanted to see a indie Jewish spiritual quest family dance comedy fable,
yes,
Tango Shalom is the movie for you. So it'll be available then. So check it out. Pre-order it. It helps out indie filmmakers everywhere.
Yes.
Got to work that. Got to work those analytics.
It's been doing well, mate. It's been getting a lot of acclaim, a lot of praise.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
what a couple of awards.
My grandmother would love it. She's not with us anymore, but if she was here, you know. So yeah, and of course, obviously, we're still working on Dota Dragon's Blood Season 2, which is shaped up. Man, if you like Dota Dragon's Blood on Netflix, you're gonna love. It was good.
It was really good.
2. You're gonna
get
love
some titties in it, though. Come on, get some titties in it.
It gets elevated. Yeah,
it's goddamn fucking titties in our TV shows nowadays.
I know.
Right, and on that show, we will be back, and we will see you tomorrow. Until then, take care, everyone, and bye for now.